Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back to channel Y.O.B. Hello, welcome back to channel Y.O.B. Today I'm doing a review for Project Hail Mary. Give me 1 second to pull up the screen. Hopefully I was doing good today. Just trying to get set up here. Sorry, my nose is stuffy. Every time I record, my nose gets like really stuffy. Make sure that music's not still on. But yeah, so yeah, I saw this movie 2 times already, on Saturday and then on Sunday. Um, I really enjoyed this movie. Uh, I thought the cast was amazing. I thought the cinematography was good. I thought the story was really good. Um, Let me give you a synopsis of the story real quick. Um, Project Hail Mary is a 2026 American science fiction adventure film produced and directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller and written by Drew Goddard, based on 2021 novel by Andy Weir. It stars Ryan Gosling, who also produced the film, Sandra Hüller, James Ortiz, and Lionel Boyce. The film follows the story of Reynold Grace, a man who awakens on the interstellar spacecraft with no memory of how he came to be there. Project Hail Mary premiered in London on March 9th, 2006, and was released in the United States by Amazon MGM Studios on March 20th, 2026. The film received critical acclaim for its performances, particularly those of Gosling and Hüller. Screenplay, directing, and visuals, and has grossed 141 million, becoming the ninth highest grossing film of 2026. Alrighty. I just wanted to go into the plot real quick. Ronald Grace awakens from a coma on a spacecraft, initially erratic with retrograde amnesia. Grace discovers that he is the sole survivor of three crew on board, and that he is light years away from Earth in a distant star system. Grace slowly remembers that he is a middle school science teacher and former molecular biologist. In the past, scientists observed the sun dimming. Coincid- uh, Coincidentally, with the formation of the infrared line from the sun to Venus called Prochova line. The dimming caused by a microorganism known as the astrophage, omnisciently increasing its population on the sun's surface, will result in a catastrophic global cooling on Earth within 30 years. Government agent Eva Strat recruits Grace and other scientists to study astrophage. Grace discovers the astrophage is a cell which is impenetrable to any form of electromagnetic radiation, and that it breathes on Venus via the planet's carbon dioxide and energy from the sun. Researchers also find astrophage to be a very effective but volatile fuel source and has infected other stars within our solar neighborhood. I think he goes into like the whole plot synopsis, like in detail. Um, the cast, yeah, I already went to the cast already. But yeah, I just saw a movie yesterday and on Saturday, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a surprise. I I went into it with not the highest expectations. Um, I didn't even know this was directed by the two directors, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the ones that made Lego Movie, and they made a couple of kid movies. I mean, I like them. I do think they're good directors. Um, but I didn't know that they made this until I did some research on who directed it, and I'm just yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with this film. I thought this was a very impressive film. Um, I like the cinematography in it. I thought the cinematography was really good. I thought you know um, the story is very uplifting and positive. Um, at first, I was kind of worried because I thought it was going to be a comedy, like extreme comedy, like from the trailers. I was kind of worried that we are going to get this kind of like over the top comedy film, and I was not really looking forward to watching like you know a 2 hour like you know buddy road trip with an alien and Ryan Gosling. But it's some emotion and weight in there too, and it's like it's a good balance of silly and serious. I think there's this constant like tension and awareness of like up like apocalyptic doom approaching, and it's like it doesn't let up on that, which gives the humor more of a levity and a breather for the audience, in my opinion. Um, and I thought the story was very moving. Um, things I would you know criticize is the ending felt like it didn't know when to stop. It kind of felt like it was going on and on. There's plenty of parts where I think that we could have just ended it, but I know that after seeing it the first time, it's like now that I know how it ends, seeing it the second time, it was a lot easier to get through because it just I didn't know how it was going to end the first time, and I was kind of like, okay, I kind of want to. Now it's kind of like you're kind of dragging this out a little bit, you know. But I still really liked it, I still really liked it, and I even liked it more the second time. Honestly, um, Ryan Gosling was really good in it. He shows that he has a lot of range as an actor, and like he could play these like you know completely different characters. Like what he played in Drive is completely different than what he played in this movie, you know, and it's just I don't know. Um, it's like a talent to be like mainly a one man show, like the be like the only star in a movie and carry the movie like that. And I think he did a good job. You um, Sandra Hüller, I loved her since Zone Interest, and I think it was in that movie was called an Anatomy of a Fall. I saw her in too. I don't particularly like the movie. I thought the movie was kind of boring, but I thought she was really good in it. Um, uh, and I wonder if I even have a review of that. I should. If I don't, I need to do a review for that movie. But yeah. Um, even like the Alien, I learned that they did practical effects with the alien. Used like puppetry for that, which I really liked. It gave it more of a tangibility, which makes it it really brought me back to watching like E.T. and Steven Spielberg movies from like the '80s and stuff. And I think that really made it more emotional for when like bad things happen to the alien and stuff. And you know I don't know. I definitely, the whole theater was like weeping around the end day too. Like that movie, that movie definitely got, it's like it definitely gets you emotional. Like I don't know, and I hope that Star Wars kind of gets that feel, because that's one thing I was thinking when I was watching the movie the entire time, that this is definitely was how Star Wars should feel. Um, but yeah, I thought it was really good. There's not, other than the ending kind of feeling like it could have wrapped up a little faster. I think that I thought this movie was really good. Um, if I was to give this a rating, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Um, I really thought this was a fun experience. I had a lot of fun watching it, and I highly recommend you guys go out and check it out for yourselves. Um, yeah, I think the directors are really good directors. I'm looking forward to whatever they make next. I'm really excited for the Star Wars movie that Ryan Gosling's gonna be in. Um, and That's pretty much all I got for today. Um, yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do these reviews through StreamYard a little bit more, because it's a little easier for me to do reviews like a little bit more faster, you know. And the ones, if I have time, I'll do the more editing. I edit them a little bit more, but I got a lot of videos I gotta do that I got backlogged. So yeah, I'm glad you guys stopped by today, and as always, may the force be with you. Peace and out.